Okay, welcome back to our new tutorial from Interactive Sci-Fi today. Okay, we're going to be sharing some older classic topics, okay, but in a new way. We're going to be presenting things with some new audio equipment that we have, so things should sound a whole lot better. And okay, well, let's get started. Okay, before you begin to write tutorial, okay, basically that's what we're going to be talking about. Things to be considering before you write. So you can say this is actually for people who haven't written before or considering writing. Okay, some tips and some tricks, things to consider before you get started writing. Alright, so let's see some things to consider. What could that be? Number one, your state of mind. Okay, your state of mind is actually really important. You're probably thinking the contrary, that you could just start writing. Well, you can start writing and you could probably get down to certain point. Okay, the problem is in science fiction, we rely a lot on our subconscious, our imagination. So when we really dig down deep to get that inspired moment, okay, that's those really inspired chapters. As you say, wow, those are the ones I want to read. Okay, but those specific chapters, they don't come out of thin air. Okay, they don't come out of just writing on paper. Okay, so these are things that we have to actually dig down into the subconscious. Alright, some things we have to find. Okay, it really helps when we have a clear conscience, you can say, or a clear mind. Okay, so when you have a bad conscience, okay, so you have a lack of forgiving and you have a lot of things on your mind that you haven't forgiven, you can say. Okay, you can think of this in a spiritual way or not, psychological, okay, whatever. Alright, but the simple fact is, if you have some things on your mind that are just blocking your thoughts, you're not going to get into those really inspired moments. Okay, so we can see this here in a little diagram I made. Okay, a good writing experience and a bad writing experience. Okay, it's just that simple, to the point. Okay, you can learn to forgive and forget, or you can hold grudges and guilt and just make a really bad writing experience. Alright. That's pretty simple, actually, in the concept. When you really start getting into it, though, it's not very simple. Okay, so that could make a lot of writers. All right, so good point to take into mind. Take some notes. All right, so organization, can that help a writer? Oh, for sure. Yes, I'm fortunately one of the more organized writers. Okay, so I have an extensive collection of Excel files and written files, and I have tape with stuff all over it. If you saw my office, you might get a little scared, but for me, it's organized. Alright, so I have things in order. I can actually go back 2 years and find a project and start from there, so that's a good thing. Alright, so I don't have to go digging through books and notes and stuff. Alright, so good organization, obviously, it makes things more efficient, precise. Bad organization, it takes you more time, consuming and tiring. Alright, you may say, yeah, that's obvious. But these are like really important habits to have. You gotta do a lot of things when you really think about. It has to be habitual, or not you're gonna get very far. Okay, well, writing wise, you're just gonna spend all your time organizing stuff. Alright, so you wanna check out our reasons for writing. Okay, that's actually very important. Depending on the type of person you are, is the type of work you're going to make. So if you're the wrong type of person, you're trying to make an inspired type of writing really long, it's probably not going to work. Alright, we're going to get into the definition of what is wrong here in a second. Okay, so we have these 4 factors here that I created. Alright, you may have more. Okay, we have money, fame, passion, and dream. Alright, so half and half. Money and fame, you can say, on the same side, and passion and dream on the other. Alright, from this point of view, you have to decide which are you. Are you the money type person, or are you the passion type person? Alright, for me, they don't really go together. Okay, you have to be thinking about one or the other. Okay, your dreams or fame. Alright, so actually, I don't know psychologically if those can go together or not, but I don't think so. Alright, so you have to be on one side or the other. Okay, so you're more than likely to stop if things get rough. Okay, if you're just looking for fame. Okay, it's kind of superficial. Well, from my point of view, it is. Okay, so you're just looking for other people to clap their hands and say, wow, good job. All right, pat you in the back. All right, super person. Okay, so but if you're going after your dreams, that's not your primary goal. Okay, so if you have a lack of motivation from somebody, so to say, so you probably want to stop your project anytime soon and just keep going because you're fueling your own project. Okay, your passion, you're most likely to continue through hardships. Okay, so if you're like me, you're going after a childhood dream and you're just going for it. You don't really care if you're getting super criticized and everybody's against you because they see you staying at home and not going to work. All right, some really good things to see here, right? Okay, so right away, take note which side of this chart are you on. Let's see somebody who has it that way too. Give us some expert advice here. Okay, from Steve Jobs, one of my favorite. Good, you could say not really inspiration, but I think we're on the same page at least. All right, so there you go. We want to see equipment and skills as well. Okay, equipment is actually very, very important. Okay, if you take this into account, if you're going to be a full-time writer or a part-time writer, okay, take this into account because if you're a full-time writer, you're not going to get any money. All right, so if you're an independent writer, that's zero, whatever your money is. All right, so that's something to really focus on. That probably hasn't come down on you yet. It hasn't on me when I started writing full-time. I kind of noticed like halfway into the project when I started noticing money running out. Okay, and obviously your skills, because you're not going to be hiring people to do things if you have no money. So you have to have some skills, okay? And of course your equipment already. So you have your computer and everything just ready to get started and to keep going. All right, even when things get rough. Okay, so here's what we talked about. Stuff gets broken. All right, you're going to be making some digital projects. Okay, so that's money right there. Storage, hard drives, lots of hard drives. Hard drives go bad a whole lot more when you're not working. Believe it or not, I lost so many hard drives on this project. Okay, and of course your backups. Well, it depends on what kind of project you're going to be making. If it's a really big one, then you're going to be making a whole lot of projects. Backups, sorry. Okay, and backups on broken hard drives. You can imagine that. All right, so I'll save my hardships. I did that on a couple of other videos. I'll let you on a 4 terabyte hard drive that I lost with a ton of backups. Don't rely on a 4 terabyte hard drive. All right, just get some small ones. 500 gigabytes would be good. Okay, so there's some good advice there. Because the expert advice, but I just learned the hard way. Okay, so you want to have a lot of storage and equipment. Okay, what time you probably already have if you're writing full time. Okay, so your skills. All right, you probably want to repair your computer. All right, so those apart from the hard drives, you lose a lot of power, your backups, and your power supplies. Okay, and graphic design. Again, if you're working on more graphic type book or a 3D project or something like that, you probably want to have some graphic designs before, because learning all this after or in the process is going to take you a whole lot of time and be really distracting. Okay, so you're going to be making your own pictures and graphics and all that stuff. You probably want to know before. Well, the same for computer repair, because that could be really stressful. Imagine if your power supply goes and you have no idea what's wrong with your computer. You're not too much money and you can't really hire a tech. All right, so you probably want to know how to repair that by yourself. All right, that's some good advice there from experience. Okay, well, I just happen to be a computer tech anyway, so I was just lucky. Okay, so finances we've talked about a little bit, and your job, which is probably going to go bye-bye. Okay, if you want to be writing full-time. Okay, so something really important to take into account. Really quickly, you can see here the countries. If you're in any of these countries here, then you might want to take this into account if you're going to be writing full-time. Okay, so if you're probably in Singapore, you probably want to keep your job. All right, Hong Kong. All right, see, I see some other countries here on the other page, like Greenland for sure. You don't want to quit your job. Okay, so Yeah, just stick in there. Actually, Canada is more expensive than the U.S. I didn't know that. Okay, so Canadians want to stick to their job too. Okay, the only problem here from experience is, well, as of lately, I got a job and I just realized I couldn't. It really doesn't go together. Sometimes you get inspiration while you're at work, and your work's well, it depends on what you do, but it can be really demanding. So if you're in dreamland and you're trying to work, then it's not going to work too well. Okay, people can get mad. Okay, so you probably, well, might want to be in Russia. that looks funny, huh? All right. Where's China? There's China there too. And China's a good place. Okay, well, check that map out on your own. Put pause or something, or download it if you want. I got this from a website. I'll try to find it and put in the notes at the end of the video. Okay, so the bills. Okay, you want to take this into account. Not like me, just let it be a plain surprise for you. Okay, take into account the money you have during your project. Plan a little bit ahead. Don't say I'll be over in a year and you're taking like 2.5 years already. Okay, that might be bad. Okay, so make the decision. Full-time writer or part-time writer is going to be a really, really important decision. Okay, you can say the easy part, I'll be a part-time writer. Just write at night. Yeah, sure. It depends on what kind of job you have, but you're going to be really tired sometimes. And plus, here from experience, if you're at work and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to be really tired when I go home, that by itself is really stressful. Okay, so you got to take this into account as well. The stress at work, come and try to be inspired. Writing sci-fi, it doesn't go very well. Okay, well, from experience, I've done this a lot, and during the process I got jobs and I went back to full-time writing. So I've been through the washer. Alright, so okay, decision-making factors. Okay, this is very important as well. Your creativity time and writer's block. Okay, well, I've had both of these and the ups and downs of each one. Creativity time sometimes comes at, you could say, inconvenient times. 2 or 3 in the morning, maybe, sometimes. This is something to take into account too if you're thinking about working part-time, either writing or your daytime job. So if you're getting creative like around 11 and 12, 1 in the morning, your next day probably won't go very well. You'll be really tired and wishing it was Friday. Okay, so you have to take into account writer's block too. This is a combination of a lot of things. It's actually a different topic altogether, but I can tell you from experience it's caused by stress. Okay, you get stressed and you get writer's block and want to play and eat more, and okay, it's just it's a chain of events that go on and on. Okay, so it can be pretty long, this writer's block. Okay, so something to take into account too. It could go either way. You're a full-time writer and get writer's block, or part-time. So it just depends on the factors, family issues and money and stuff like that. Okay, so talking about family. All right, this is a really, really important topic, especially if you have a lot of kids and an angry wife. Okay, because they get accustomed to working, or you working a certain time, earning so much money, so you're just at home. If you're lucky, if you have an office, you can leave. It's a psychological relief there. They see you leaving the house, you're working. Okay, so if you have an office inside your house, psychologically you're not working. They see you staying home. Okay, so that's could be some pressure there from the family too. Okay, want to keep the family happy. Okay, so you want to keep them participating in your project. Okay, I thought the contrary. I thought I could do the project and just keep them kind of separate. Okay, it doesn't go that way. Your family has to be in the project, maybe not in the same room, but kind of like participating in the way that they're supportive of you. Okay, they're not criticizing you. You're staying and you're not earning money. Okay, so their quality of life has gone down a bit. Okay, you can't buy the same products to eat. They can't eat pizza every week, and yeah, you get my drift, right? Okay, so family participation creates a good writing experience. Family exclusion, bad. All right, that's from experience. I know that for sure. Okay, designing writing time and family time. Okay, this communication is always a big factor. And any counselor will tell you that you have to have communication all the time, because you're going to be handling criticism, like you see here on this chart, money and downtime. Okay, you got to take that into account too. Your money, where's that going to take you for your downtime? Some families are used to movies, parks sometimes. Well, your traveling days may be over for this time, but you can find some cheap alternatives. Okay, like here in the graph, maybe some country scenery, little ranch or a park or something that doesn't cost you too much and can get the family together. Okay, so you don't want to sacrifice family time. Okay, take that. Okay, that's my experience there. Okay, your workspace as well. All right, this is very important as well. You have to have a harmonious environment. We won't get really into feng shui or anything like that, but you have to have a harmony in your workspace, a clean environment. Yeah, not like mine. I'm looking at all my little aspirins and stuff like that. Okay, so your workspace needs to be clean. Okay. All right, from experience, you work a lot better if you have a clean space. All right, so we talked a little about this, working at home or working away from home. The best is away, but that of course takes money. Okay, depending on where you live, you may want to have an air conditioning or something if your environment's really hot or humid or stuff like that. Okay, all of that takes money, so you may have want to store away some money just for your project in your office. And this is the best way, working away from home, or just a separate little building away from your house, like a garage maybe, if you can count that. Okay, but the best place is where you can go a few blocks away from your house, but it's going to take some money. So if you're on a tight economy, you want to probably be working in another room or in your garage. Okay, so communication goes in there. Tell the family you're going to be working, but they're going to see you not working. That's kind of psychologically conflictive there, but they may get used to it. Okay, family, your workspace. Okay, this could be a temptation. Sometimes I have all the family in this small little workspace of mine. Okay, so when that happens, you do no work. Okay, you just stare at your screen, get frustrated, and probably your blood pressure go up a little bit. Okay, so you have to have good communication here. Talk to your family so they don't get offended. They probably will, but you have to kind of tell them in a nice way. Okay, I have to do this, and I'm not concentrating, and if you could help me out, and okay, go to a different room. Alright, so they have to respect your workspace, create a good writing experience, of course. Okay, no respect for workspace, bad writing experience. From experience. Okay, music. Music's very, very important, actually. I didn't know really the importance of music until I got like halfway through the project. I actually had to look for music because I have a lot of music with lyrics. Okay, lyrics don't go well when you're working with sci-fi, not at all. Okay, so you gotta have music without lyrics. Okay, so I have a little list here with music, like Mark Sherry is one of my favorites. Star Within a Star, the Lounger Collection, and Sunshine. Okay, from John Murphy. These are really good ones to start out with. You can find these really easy. Okay, and many thanks to these artists for their part in creating a science fiction novel, which is actually multi-option. Okay, so it was a big part to play in there. Alright, so I'm going to take advantage of this time to get a little bit of advertising. Alright, this is my book, Realms of Forgotten Worlds. This has been published already. We have the website, which should be in the links right after this video. You can see those. And if you want to contact me, there's my email and the Facebook as well. I'll probably be making Instagram here shortly too. So, well, hope you really like this video, and hope to see you the next one. And, well, see you later. Thanks.